Hello all, my name is Karthikeyan and welcome to Education Vertical Demo built with Aruba Mobility Solutions. Today I'll be demonstrating how Aruba Solutions help education customers to have a secure, trusted environment for students and teachers to operate. The whole demo would be having different approaches. For now, I'll be discussing the teacher and the student role-based approach. In today's demonstration, we will be using ClearPath, Airwave, Aruba 7005 controller, Aruba 325 series Wave 2 access points, Windows Active Directory server, a teacher's device with Net Support School software for monitoring the students, and few student devices mixed of Windows tablets and Apple tablets, all connecting to SSID that is controlled by 802.1x authentication. The authentication server would be ClearPath. The Active Directory stores all the user credentials, and the whole demo would be based on three use cases: AppRF and Clarity. AppRF is an application visibility and control feature which was introduced in Aruba operating system since 6.4.2. AppRF performs deep packet inspection of local traffic and detects over 1,500 applications on the network. It allows us to configure both application and application category policies for a given user role or a global role. With AppRF, we can have a secure network and a network which helps us to have easy access for having a very reliable traffic throughout. The third use case is about Clarity, a new feature in its network management product, Airwave. It's interesting because it seems that lately there have been discussions about users blaming Wi-Fi for non-Wi-Fi related issues. And what Clarity does is offers a window into what may be affecting the wireless user experiencing a problem. Clarity gives us a heads up, letting us know that there are issues with DHCP or DNS queries, association or authentication failures by showing us an overview in its dashboard. It gives us a real-time view of a client experience. Maybe it's taking too long for a client to associate to an AP, or a captive portal is not working, and you can see DNS issues on the Clarity dashboard and insight into what the real issue could be. So let's go to the demo. I'll start with showing you how my controller is configured, and then I'll jump into ClearPath and then Airwave. Yeah. So I've accessed my controller. This is the dashboard as soon as you open the controller. A very informative dashboard which gives us the information on clients, APs, health, the speed, the good speed, channels, busy channels, interferences if any. So you have a lot of information just accessing the dashboard of the controller. My controller is running 6.4.4.6 version of software for this demonstration. It's a 7005 series. The CPU, the memory, and temperature looks okay. The temperature could be a little on the good higher side because I come from a region where 50 degrees is normal. I'll also show you the WLAN configuration that has been done. So today's demo we'll be using Classroom TSS, which is configured as a 802.1x authentication SSID, and it has users connected to it, and authentication happens from ClearPath. The access point we are going to use is AP325, as I've mentioned before, with the SSIDs being broadcasted over it. Yeah. So in this page we can also have a clear view about the noise, the channels, the EIRP, the clients, etc. Yeah. and then the client data, which gives us who is connected, how is it connected, what are the IP addresses. So in my demonstration, I'm going to use 3 students, which is student 1, 2, and 3. I have a teacher laptop. They're all having their roles, which is student role and teacher role. The devices are Windows, iPads, Windows again, yeah, and the respective clients are connected on G band or 2.4 gigahertz, and we also can see the roles here, which is the respective roles that they have been allotted. The WLAN is classroom TSS and the AP name, and we know the channels where they are connecting. Yeah. Okay. And now I want to show you AppRF, which is the talk of today. AppRF, as we mentioned, it's a deep packet inspection application that helps us to monitor what's going on in the network and how we can troubleshoot. So for this demo, I am using help of, so this is my teacher's laptop, and I just want to show you that it's connected over the wireless, and there is TSS2, yeah. So this is a teacher device, and it's part of the network. And now you see in the AppRF, you see peer-to-peer traffic, BitTorrent utilizing the network. There is YouTube running. There is streaming going on. You know, it's a lot of information which the dashboard is trying to show us, and we just want to be sure that are these legitimate traffics that are passing on our network. Yeah. So from the teacher's device, we can see what's going on. So I have this teacher's device which shows me that there is 2 laptops which is connected. One is having the Netflix working. Yeah, I can see a Netflix connectivity there, and you know, there is a movie which is getting played on over the Netflix. Yeah. So this is a streaming application that's going on in the backend. And then there is BitTorrent that a student is got on one of his laptops that he was using at home, and he brings it to the school, and he's utilizing the school network, which is having a download speed of 600 plus kilobyte per second. Yeah, and because of this, the teacher is not able to download one of the files that she wants to share with the classroom. So I'm going to use box.com for the file access. So this is box.com that the teacher is using for the demo, and I'm just trying to download a simple file which is 100 plus in size, MB in size, and if you see, the bandwidth the teacher is now receiving is 13, average of 20 KB per second. Yeah, so as per the data, she would download this application say in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Yeah, so that's how the bandwidth looks now. And parallelly, we are having, as I told you, that we are having the BitTorrent, which is downloading an application. So I'll just try to focus it more so that we can have a clear picture of it. So yeah, the BitTorrent is downloading an application which is 299 point some KB. Yeah, and the teacher is having a very struggled speed of ups and downs. So she is just jumping between few bytes here and there. Yeah. So again, I think she can take more, because this is just one student which is there on the network now, and trying to give hard time. Yeah, so it depends on how the teacher is coping up with this. Yeah, so now we'll have a AppRF rule that protects this teacher's download and tries to make this teacher get her bandwidth that she supposed to. Yeah, so for that, I'll just go to configurations, go to access control. So I have my rules, everything, so which I'll show you later. So there is a student policy which is here. Before that, I'll also show you the ClearPath configuration that's been done. So if I go to ClearPath configuration and services, I'll just log into the ClearPath because it kicked me out. Yes, there we go. So in the ClearPath, if you see my configurations, it's pretty straightforward. I have a policy, I have a service which is named with everything here. So that's the service which I'm trying to do. It's a .1x authentication. My SSID, that's my service rule, so it follows SSID classroom TSS. It's an authentication, MS-CHAP v2, and I have an Active Directory server, which is the authenticator. And then the roles are being mapped, the policy enforcements are being done, and everything is based on the student's role and teacher's role. Yeah, so it's a pretty straightforward configuration on the ClearPath, and it's very easy to configure ClearPath when it comes to authentication, or you want to create profiles or roles. So it's a very handy tool to application to have in a secured network. So I'll go to students now, and I see that we don't have much of rules here when you see, and then again I'm seeing the teacher is struggling. Yeah, so we still see the bandwidth is quite low, and we need to do something for the teacher to better her for a good speed. So I'll just go and add some rules, which is very easy to configure. So we just have to mention what we want to do. So my first rule would be stopping the peer-to-peer traffic, and I'm giving it a time range, which is working hours, and I say add. Then I give another rule, which again says application. I'm trying to block BitTorrent. So here I go, my BitTorrent application, which I'm trying to block again, and I'm telling the working hours. And there's another policy rule I'll add, which is again an application, and I'll say any BitTorrent application also please block it, because we don't want students are more smarter than us, so they'll bring all that options that you want to be sure that it's being blocked. Yeah. And let's also block Netflix and YouTube, so that the teacher doesn't allow that also to drain the bandwidth. So I'll use Netflix name. So you have, as I mentioned earlier, we have 1,500 plus applications already registered, which we can use and it's very handy to configure. You don't need to know the TCP/IP port number, or you don't need to know the source address or the destination address. We just come here and put the application name, and that's about it. So I'll just give YouTube also a block, so that we don't have any issues that people are streaming and creating the network to choke. Okay, so that was pretty easy. I had 5 rules now. I added it, I saved it, I applied it. Yeah. So now we just go and monitor the teacher device here, and now as soon as the policy has been put in place, I see torrents disconnecting, and I'll be interested to see what the download speed the teacher gets now. There you go. The teacher is now getting a download speed of 500 KB per second. That is impressive. That's what a teacher would always want a network to be with. And this is what the strength of AppRF with our Aruba controller can really do on a network which is bandwidth hungry by students. And now we have a good example how we blocked it, and the reason for the teacher not getting the speed she wanted just because of these applications. And now we go and see the AppRF window on the dashboard. We'll get a clear view of the network that was causing. So we see streaming peer-to-peer. So YouTube, that is going to reduce now anyways, and we see the torrent is fully stopped, the download is fully paused. Yeah, and I think even the Netflix is paused on the screen, but it's not showing here due to because it cannot show the options here. And yeah, so the Netflix is also blocked. Okay, and we can just go to our main screen. and run, just refresh AppRF, and we'll come to see that the network services have taken over now. The teacher devices are coming up here. Yeah. Now the teacher is having a download which she wanted, and she is utilizing the network for her convenience and not getting delayed due to any kind of unwanted application running on the network. Yeah. So we have the teacher device pumping up. The traffic is going to the right resource. The students are not able to. We'll just filter some students and see how they are. So these are the students which are on the network, and if you want to see the application the student was using, so now he's not having any kind of traffic related to it. And now you see we have the teacher taking over the network. The student is gone on the lower side, the teacher is on the higher side, and we don't see any other traffics apart from the legitimate traffic which the teacher is using to download her file. Yeah. So it was the use case number 1, which I wanted to show on how the app RF can help us. Now there is a situation where the teacher wants YouTube, Netflix, and BitTorrent also in some cases to work. Yeah, but we cannot allow them to have the complete network. Yeah, because any day the teacher has more priorities than the students. In that case, we can allow the students with a bandwidth limit or a rate limit. So I'll just go and remove the access control which I applied for blocking the students. Yeah. So I'll just go here. All these applications will be removed. I'll just do it one by one, and that's all about it. So it's quick, it's easy, and we don't have to be like, knowing what's IP, what's the port number, anything. So I just cleared everything. Automatically the teacher is going to get hit on a bandwidth because I'm allowing net support and the school, I'm allowing the BitTorrent to take over the network, and you see the bandwidth for the teacher, which was on 600, it's just condensing down now. This is not. This is something which we expect to happen, and if you just go and see the BitTorrent is taken over the network now. Yeah. So as soon as I remove the blocking, we see the traffic's jumping in again, and the teacher is having again issues with her downloads. Yeah. So just to make sure that everybody is happy, we'll just create a bandwidth contract for the role students. Yeah, so it's students role over here, bandwidth contract, and I just had the application that I need to block. Yeah, so I say net support or Netflix, sorry, and I enforce a bandwidth cap of 256. Yeah, I say done. I had YouTube, and I again put a bandwidth cap of 256, which is more or less okay, to have, or we can increase it the way we want it. Yeah, and then I'll put BitTorrent. I'll also give them some kind of a bandwidth. Poor guys, let them enjoy some bandwidth, and then I suppose BitTorrent application. Yeah, so when I want to restrict that with the right bandwidth. And then I add the category of peer-to-peer. So we have a lot of other categories as you see here. Yeah. So you just have to go which category you want to. And I add this and I do finish. That's all about it. The enforcement policy is per role. So yeah. So I think that's all about it. Once we have this applied, I think we should be good enough to see what's going on. Contract per role. I'll just say apply here. That's all about it. So let's see if the teacher gains back. So she's 6 minutes. I think she should just wait for some time, and here it goes. As soon as I apply, my bandwidth is gone here. Yeah, I'll just refresh this page just to make sure that, yeah, we are seeing the right thing. So yes, so now it's not fully down, it's still downloading on 1.3 kilobytes per second and 3.7 kilobytes per second, but it's not really choking the network with a lot of traffic. And on the other hand, if you see the teacher, she would be happy that she's gaining the speed again. And on the other side, we'll also check if Netflix and YouTube is in action. So if you see the app RF, I have a video already started. Yeah, it's a bit streaming, but still, you know, we have the streaming back, the Netflix back, we have all the services and the teacher services. So peer-to-peer is also up, and we are also having the legitimate TCP/IP traffic. Yeah, the student is here, teacher is there. So yeah, we are back in action. So we'll in some time we'll see the teacher having more of the utilization than the student, but end of the day we achieved what you want, and the teacher is happy. She's also finished a download. Yeah, so I can also do another download to make sure, you know, the teacher's applications are not hampered. So I'll do another download, which we can see in a while here, and we'll notice that the teacher again gets the right bandwidth and she's not having any issues. There you go. So yeah, as soon as I click, she's jumping fast. Yeah. So that's the whole idea about having the blockings, the right applications, the right peers, and how better we get. So there you go. You can see the teacher bandwidth is increasing, and we are also having the streaming running. I have my streaming Netflix going on. I don't see an issue there. I'll just try to show you if, unfortunately, no, I cannot because, yeah. But yeah, end of the day, the purpose is solved for what we had our power of do, and we got the right thing. So we have Windows 10, which is the teacher's device, Windows 8, which is the student devices. The teacher is coming up with her, the streaming and the Netflix are reducing. Yeah. Okay, that was the use case number 2 on contracting the bandwidths and helping the situation where the student and the teacher both have the same both have equal right on the network. So teacher gets more than the students. Okay, and now I'll show you Clarity. So it's, as I mentioned, it's one of the modules on Airwave. From 8.2 version, we have Clarity included in the software. And if you see, it gives you an overview. So even you have AppRF in Airwave, where it can also give you more information. The same one that you saw on the controller. Yeah, so even Airwave pulls all the information from the controller related to Airwave. Yeah, so I'll just show you Clarity, which is more information that I need to share. So many a times what happens is when people are trying to access network, or they are just trying to connect to a network, they are not able to. So the complaint always turns up on the wireless. Yeah, so it's always said that it's a poor wireless that's affecting the connection, and users are experiencing a problem. So Clarity gives us an heads up, letting us know that there is an issue with one of the applications. Is there an issue with the authentication process? Is there is an issue with DHCP? Or is there an issue with DNS? So these small quick information can really make a day, for the IT administrators who's there. And when there is problems which occur, the whole classroom comes up, and the IT administrators have no clue on what's going on, and they really panic, and they don't follow the right path of troubleshooting. Yeah. So here, if you see, I have some .1x issues. Yes, I did some known issues on .1x. I manually entered wrong username password, and I was not connecting. So I got an information from my Clarity saying there is an authentication failure on X aging time, or average time, And that's because of the .1x server, which is the 1.2, which is again my ClearPath server. Yeah, so the ClearPath server is 1.2. And if I go to ClearPath and check what's going on, I see there was authentication failures, which I purposely did. Yeah, and because of that, I got those errors in Clarity. Yeah, so these were the errors that Clarity focused. And there are also some DNS issues now going on where it's just pointing to some wrong DNS servers, and I'm not getting the resolutions happening, and it's pointing me on which server the problems are happening. And these are the IP addresses which I have in few of my systems, yeah, and the ones which are working. But still, I see there is a delay with all the servers where the DNS time is exceeding than what it has to be. So again, Clarity gives us a clear view on what exactly is going on, how the traffic is getting shaped, and what is really the background which is causing the problem. We can have everything by weeks of reports. You know, between 1 week what happened, you have between 2 weeks what happened. So there is so much information that Clarity can give us. The time information, that how many time it took for the authentication to happen. So these are something that really concerns, and we can see that okay, that's a problem, and we can go towards the right direction instead of just looping around where exactly the problem is, and every time complaining it's a Wi-Fi. Yeah, so that's all about it. And I guess the 3 use cases were interesting today. Yeah, so next time I'll be there with another video, more informational video on for educational customers, how we can use other options to secure the network and give the best out of the solution to our customers there. Till then, have a great time, and keep looking for new videos from me. Signing out, Karthikeyan. Have a good day. Bye-bye.